places. What a race by Lucia Morris to win heat 2 of the women's 200 meters.
That indeed was a very good race there from William Morris Lucia to win it over the Ghanaian Janet Mensah, who came in second. Very impressive recovery from Lucia Morris to win that.
I beg your pardon, it was rather Millicent Indoro, 39 years of age. She crossed the finish line first. 39 years of age. She crossed the finish line first. She has started the season with 23.21. The Gambia's Nimasata has just gotten over the finish line. Javelin won it with 23.61. Legon came second. Legon of South Africa, and Smith Barnett, who had peeled away earlier, had to settle for third. And Mackenzie of Tanzania has 24.77 seconds. Dumbia Majo, 25.00. And there you saw it. Barnett Smith took her strides so well. However, Jauna of Gambia and Kayla gave her a run for their money, finishing first and second, and she had to settle for a fourth place. Bintasol of Senegal. But on your shot right now, it's Cote d'Ivoire's Mabundu Kone. Claudine of Madagascar is not starting. On the outer lane is Alshai Ejinda of Benin, followed by Mapundo Koni, Monica Akulo of Uganda, Luciana Sufaya of Cape Verde, Jalik Pele of Mauritius, Issa Toussé, Gambia, Binta Sow, Senegal. There they line up. The top 2 and the 8 fastest will be qualifying to the next round of the women's 200 meters.
And this is heat 4. We've had 3 heats already, producing very interesting winners and results.
There she is. Luciana Sofia of Cabo Verde. Angelique Bele of Mauritius. The feet are warming up for this moment. They have warmed up for this moment. And there they walk to the starting block. Binta Sow, lane 1. Issa Toussé, lane 2. Angelica Bele, Mauritius, in lane 3. Luciana Sofia, lane 6. Monica Akulo, lane 7. And Ajayi Elsiani on the outer lane. Set, off they go, off they fly. The outer lane, which is lane 7 here, have Mamunde Kondri taking an early lead. But Binta Sow is taking a perfect bend, and she has Issa Toussé to contend with. Binta Sow, and it is Mamundo Kone who crosses the finish line at 23.60. Wins heat 3. Say Isatu 24.18. And Binta Sow settled for third with 24.85. Kone Mamundo 2367. It was quick, it was fast, it was swift. This was heat 2 of the women's 200 meters.
Meanwhile, the men have and are still competing for the hammer throw. That's Ethiopian. Abebe just gone by. Now we have Tariq Ismail of Egypt going for an attempt in the hammer throw.
Tariq Ismail with a very big throw. He screamed after unleashing that ball. He knows he has just delivered one of the biggest throw here yet. Is a man for Mauritius, Jian Ayn. Opened his season on a very good note, hoping to do better in Accra, but unfortunately, he found himself in a cage that has decided to cage the ball when he attempted to unleash it.
He got the angling of the release totally wrong, releasing it into the net of the cage instead.
Dominic Abunda, Kenya. The national record holder of Kenya. Abunda takes his turn. Abunda delivers a very big throw.
That's indeed a very huge throw from Abunda.
A man with a season's best of 62.70, set just last month, has just delivered a big throw here. It's a men's hammer throw final. Accra 2026 African Athletics Senior Championships. And there you have Shipang Makete. Opened his season on April 18. Delivered a throw of 68.86. Will be hoping to find himself in a place for a podium. We are in for a contest in Accra. Wow!
Whoa.
Wow! That was a monstrous throw. He threw it as though he had a bow and an arrow. Screamed once, screamed twice, delivered a huge throw. Mustafa Mohammed. Did you see that, Ben? Did you see that?
Absolutely. It was a monstrous throw from Mustafa Ahmed. Huge throw.
Mustafa Mohammed has delivered a perfect square to his opponents. The youngest man here in this hammer throw at the age of 27 delivered a huge throw. The women's 200 meters heat 7. A baby up in the cage, ready to take the challenge, delivered by Mustafa Mohammed. There he winds it, there he unleashes it. He hasn't yet. An opportunity to get it down the perfect way, and he has unleashed it. Not even close to what Mustafa delivered.
Nowhere close to that. That throw from Mustafa clearly is the biggest we've seen today.
It has the potential to scare anyone who is ready to fight with him for a gold medal. The man from Mauritius, Jan Iron, has taken his throw.
Silence in the arena. clearly for the heats in the 200 meters.
Dominic Abunda.
From Republic of South Africa, 67 meters 27, and Mustafa Mohammed from Egypt, 72 meters 58.
Votre attention s'il vous plaît, Adèle Mavogand, pour le Cameroun, prière de se présenter de toute urgence.
Shefang Mahete up for a challenge delivered by Mustafa Mohammed. Will he beat that challenge? He came close, but Mustafa still leads.
Here go for this eighth last heat of this 200 meters, the women. Top two places plus 8 next fastest stands will advance to the semi-final for this evening.
Huitième et dernière série de 200 mètres femmes.
Tariq Ismail, the man in the cage.
Avec Wolko du Nigeria, 23 secondes 96 qui enlève donc.
Tariq Ismail has equally delivered a very big throw. A huge throw for that matter. The two Egyptians are neck to neck here. The two Egyptians, who are all descendants of Pharaoh, actually want to let her understand that yes, when history began, Egypt was part of history, and they want to make history in Accra in the men's hammer throw final. An excellent throw from Tariq Ismail. Yet to meet the target that was met by 68.27. And that 68.27 is a massive, massive throw, which is his new season's best. He's opening his hammer throw season in Accra. The last time he actually did a season's best was in April 2025 when he delivered a throw of 72.13 meters. In Accra, he has just delivered a 68.23. Mustafa up next to take that through. But unfortunately, the cage caged it.
And he's having a few words with his coaching staff. Meanwhile, in the cage now is the
Ethiopian Abebe. Abebe is a national record holder of Ethiopia. A big throw from the Ethiopian, but not as big as that of Tariq Ismail and Mustafa Mohamed.
It's turned out to be a competition between the two Egyptians and the Kenyan who have produced big throws here.
That throw actually has been red flagged.
Now Dominic Abunde of Kenya looks as though he would be the main competition or threat for the two Egyptians, Tariq Ismail and Mustafa Mohamed, who have laid the marker in the hammer throw this afternoon.
Abebe. The man from Mauritius, Giant Iron, is up here. He has delivered the throw. His energy can deliver. Gian Ayn from Mauritius has a personal best in the hammer throw of 61.83, and this was 3 years ago. .04. And I really like this name, Dominic Abunda.
The big man from Kenya,
the national record holder. 6th in Douala, 7th in Asaba, 8th in Mauritius. Will he do better in Accra? A big throw for the Kenyan. A massive, massive throw. Last month, he set the national record of 62.70. He's here hoping to claim gold. He's here hoping to surpass his previous efforts in the African Athletics Championships. The last time he came to Accra, he finished 5th during the African Games. 62.69, which is now a new national record for Kenya. It previously stood at 62.70. I beg your pardon, he was inches away from a new national record. The national record is 62.70. And Shipang Makete, I did mention earlier that the South Africans had to take me through school to be able to pronounce that name. He is not smiling. He wants to do better. He knows he can do better.
And that was also an equally big throw from
Shipang Mahete.
Mahete.
There he comes. Tariq Ismail. Based on what we've previously witnessed, if it stays as it is, it will be gold and silver for Egypt. The man whose show currently puts him second in this very final is up for a challenge of surpassing Mustafa to lay his hands on gold. And a couple of moments ago, Japan did 66.70. Tariq is not a happy man. Mustafa is a happy man. There he comes. Who is here as a threat to deny him an opportunity of claiming gold? Mustafa. Mustafa again. A monster of a hammer thrower. A golden athlete, a man to admire. He's such a joy to watch. Abebe has a task. Abebe has delivered his show, but it is miles away from Mustafa's 69.89. Mustafa can smell good, he will smell good, and he will kiss good. Meanwhile, these were the athletes who competed in the heptathlon on day 4.
Deuxième, médaille d'argent représentant la République sud-africaine.
Second, silver medalist representing Republic of South Africa, Enya Pula.
Enya Pula of South Africa, a silver medalist. Meanwhile,
First, gold medalist, African champion 2026 for heptathlon, representing Benin.
Première, médaille d'or, champion d'Afrique 2026 pour l'heptathlon, représentant le Bénin, Odile Awanwano.
Gold medalist for the women's heptathlon.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise up if you can for the national anthem of Benin.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever si vous le pouvez pour l'hymne national du Bénin.
Congratulations to the winners, and thank you to Mr. Legon Stadium, President of Benin Athletics Federation.
Félicitations aux vainqueurs. Remerciements à M. Legon, président de la Fédération béninoise d'athlétisme.
And a victory ceremony.
For the third time consecutively, Odile Awanwano has won gold in the women's heptathlon. 1 gold in Mauritius 2022, 1 gold in Douala 2024, and now she has 1 gold in Accra 2026. A cabinet to admire, a cabinet to adore, a cabinet to envy if you are a jealous person.
Absolutely. Without great athletes, great example for Barton athletes who want or aspire to achieve greatness. She clearly is a good example for such Barton athletes.
If I were to add more of her laurels, the gold medal she won in Accra during the African Games, the women's 4 goals in succession for the 35-year-old from Benin. The hammer throw final is still on. $48.04 for Jen and 62.69 for Dominic Abunde, 66.70. Shipan McCarthy, Mustafa, 69.89. The hammer throw final. The cage has been fixed. Athletes have been called. Take your chance again. There's gold to be won tonight. Leader for Kenya, Egypt, Mauritius, South Africa. Abunde takes his turn. Abunde has not been able to deliver the throw again. And for the second time, his throw has been caged. He will be frustrated. He will be disappointed. He will wonder what is actually happening. He was in the circle, went round 360. In attempt to deliver that throw, a 360 degree became an obtuse angle where the ball was stuck to the net.
Match 5. Représentant le Bénin.
To represent Benin, Johan Michel Sou.
Back to 200 meters.
Le Ghana.
To
We'll
represent
get back
Ghana,
to the throw in no time, but for now, the men are back on the tracks for the 200 meters. Meanwhile, introduction ongoing for the triple jump for men.
Jordan Adel Cupido.
Welcome to the Springboard Hangout with Comfort Ukran. As you know, this is your Fundicated program where we have fun and talk about issues that concern us in life, possibly draw some strategies and become better persons as a result. The Springboard Hangout is an initiative of the Springboard Roadshow Foundation in partnership with the Ghana Grows Program. MasterCard Foundation initiated the Ghana Grows Program in partnership with the Springboard Roadshow Foundation. You know, recently we celebrated Mother's Day. It's a day when we all feel very good, especially we mothers, those of us who are ladies, and you just pamper us. I wish you could do it every single day, all year round. But it's okay if we decide that we'll take just one day for ourselves. It's cool. And yes, what a day it was. I enjoyed mine. I hope you also did. What does motherhood really mean? And being a lady, I know that there are some joys and struggles. And so why don't we have a program just dedicated to motherhood, the joys and struggles of motherhood? Our one and only Eno Kwegrin, she is the one who has a lovely podcast called The Talkative Mom. And then she holds different programs. She has things that engage young mothers, especially young mothers, to help you navigate. I don't want to use the word, but sometimes it can be almost traumatic time in your life. So today on the Hangout, we have Eno Kwegrin. She will tell us the lows, the highs, and the strategies to navigate that space. We'll be right back. When we come back, it's all about motherhood, the joys and the struggles.
This is not just a tool, but this is an infrastructure, a system that can help to digitize our education system.
Awesome.
Their target market is over 83,000 tons. Hence, there's a 30% demand gap in the poultry industry.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank
Well
you,
done, well done, well done.
This is for the low class people. One. They think it's Azuma blows.
Azuma blows.
Fake news.
Wait. 3, 2, 1, flip it. Nice.
Welcome back from the break. And as I said, it's all about motherhood. And today we are very privileged to have a wonderful young lady in the house who you will not believe the things she will share and what the kind of strategies will help us in our journey to being good mothers to all those we have the privilege of connecting to. So, Eno, welcome to the studios.
Thank you so much for having me.
And how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I wasn't too well last week, but this week I'm
much better.
Yes.
Oh, we thank God.
Thank
God. So tell me, how did you feel? How did you celebrate Mother's Day?
So Mother's Day, usually I celebrate with my family. Years ago, I used to host a brunch for my community, the women within my community. But I've taken a break, and now I'm regrouping. Okay. Next year, we'll celebrate with the women again.
Okay, yes. That sounds great. So then, let me find out. Tell me a little bit about you. Who are you? What brought you into the space?
Okay, so surprisingly, my name Eno means mother.
Yeah.
And growing up, I've always shared the story. I hated my name because, back then, years ago, that era, it wasn't cool to have a local name.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. And my dad is a very traditional, he's passed now, but he was a very traditional man. And he insisted on all of us having local Ghanaian names. And so I didn't understand why we would go to the village. So because, again, my dad was very traditional, we visit the village every single year, sometimes twice a year.
Beautiful.
And now I can appreciate it. But back then, as a child, going to the village, again, that was not cool. And then...
Yeah, going abroad would have been better, isn't it? Yeah, okay.
So going to the village, then meeting old women and all of them, because Eno is a sign of respect, all the old women were called Eno. So I said, wow, the old woman called Eno, and my 6-year-old self was also called Eno. So I didn't understand until later on my dad explained to me that I was named after his favorite grandma, who's my great-grandma, called Eno Brago. And so I'm Eno Ikia Brago. That's my name. And then it was only, I'll say, a couple of years ago that I started to really appreciate. That was after he had died, which is very unfortunate. But I reflected and I realized, wow, he really wanted me to be rooted in my culture and heritage. And now I appreciate my name.
Yeah.
And I guess now I'm living my truth. Yes.
Beautiful. So did Talkative Mom just explode? Did you come together with a group of people and say, "Oh, do this"? How did Positive Mom start?
So in 2017, I had my firstborn, and the birth itself was traumatic. The pregnancy was very easy. I didn't have morning sickness and any of that. But the birth, I was in labor for almost 48 hours.
Wow.
I didn't know what to expect. It was a lot. And at the time, I didn't think that I was equipped with enough information. Yes, there was some level of information out there, but it wasn't like today where social media
exploded.
Yes. And then our mothers, my mom, especially my aunties and things like that, for them, they saw it as a natural process. So, just go in there and have the baby and that's it. So no one actually walked me through the details of, this could happen, or the pain level and things like that. So after experiencing that, I came out and I wanted to share that story. And I'm a talkative. So talkative mom really is me. If you give me the chance, I can talk. So I would share my stories with my friends that would come over, and they really couldn't relate because they weren't mothers, they weren't married, they were still kind of like finding their feet and all that. So I said, maybe let me share it, with a wider audience. I may be able to have some other mothers connect with my story. And so fast forward, Talkative Mom, the blog was born, where I shared a lot of my pregnancy and childbirth stories. And then I would say organically grew a community of mothers. But yes, it definitely exploded because people really related to the stories I shared.
They did relate?
Yes.
And did they also share their stories, or did they also say, okay, this one that you shared, you talked about has helped me in my journey?
Yes. So I got a lot of feedback, comments from people saying that they related to the stories. And then I said, okay, my story is not the only motherhood story. So let me have some other ladies share theirs as well. So I invited a couple of readers, share their stories. I put it out there, and those who were interested decided they would share their stories with me. So they would send emails with their stories, we would post it on the blog, and that's really how we grew. Yeah.
Beautiful. So right now, about how many people do you have? This is still going, and about how many people, if they're still going, how many people do you have that in that community?
We just recently had an organized community on WhatsApp, which right now we are at about almost 95 members on WhatsApp.
Okay.
But before then, the community was really on Instagram, where at the moment I have about 25 point something thousand followers.
On Instagram.
On Instagram.
Wow,
so
that's a huge community.
Yeah, so it really grew. It grew a lot online. And then we would host programs, in-person programs as well. So we'd have the largest one we had was about 200, and that was like 200 registrations within 24 hours. We had to close it. So it's really exploded. It's grown. It's really grown. Yes.
On a typical day, when you say, well, let's have a talk or something, or let's have what would you be sharing on?
Okay.
Is it always you, or you have other guest people coming to share?
Yes, so let me just break it up. So for our WhatsApp community, we have different themes every day. One of the favorite days is on Tuesdays. And Tuesdays, we have something called Talk It Out Tuesdays. So any issue that may be bothering someone, they can share it anonymously with the admin, and then we discuss it on the page. And it borders from boundaries. Sometimes you may be having issues with like in-laws or, and unsolicited advice when it comes to raising your child, or they may have different ways that they want to raise, that they think a child should be raised, and you may have other ways. So that conflict is there. So a lot of women struggle with that, even marital, because we know that children, they change the dynamics of marriage. So that is also another issue because you may have a different parenting style. Your spouse may have a different parenting style. So that may cause some conflict. And then we also know that, whenever you want to make some decisions, you now have to consider a lot. I'm talking about women. And you can't just get up spontaneously and say, I'm going out to this place. You have to plan. Childcare is a big one because we know we can't do it all on our own. So it's a lot. The village, just having that support system around is also another. You may have a nanny that will quit on you
in 2 seconds.
And things like that. So there's a vast array of topics that we tackle on Tuesdays. Yeah.
Technically, but I can also come.
I mean, we would love to have you. We would love to have you. Yes.
So you've had these conversations. What I want to find out is what conversation has really caught your attention and what did you do about it? Tell us one conversation that really caught your attention.
Okay, so I would say that right now the era that I'm in I'm in my wellness era, and it stems from realizing that a lot of us women put ourselves last. So I have gone through a season where we were earlier on discussing nails, where I wasn't even doing my nails because I didn't even have the time. It was like my children all the time. And I noticed a lot of my mom friends, a lot of the women that I knew were all in that season where we had completely forgotten and neglected ourselves. And so once that discussion came up where we started discussing why do we seem to not prioritize ourselves, we decided, no, we were going to start putting ourselves first. So now every single month we meet. I'm talking about me, the community, it's intentional because if we do not set a date every month, it's never going to happen. Everyone has, different things they have to. So we prioritize ourselves now. When we meet, no children are in the space. And we do have childcare available on our premises, a community space. So we have the caregivers take care of our children whilst we chit-chat, we draw, we color, we use Play-Doh, we do puzzles, things that, we haven't done in years. And we also noticed that a lot of us didn't even remember that we had hobbies. So we decided to explore some of these things. Some people come in, they crochet. Some people come in, they just read. Some of us haven't read books in God knows how long because we are always busy. So we have a shelf with books. We read, we discuss. We have potlucks, so we bring and share. Then we eat and play games. We play a lot of games. And we realize that has been very healing for a lot of us. Yes.
Today we are hanging out with Enoke Green. She is the founder or the brain behind Talkative Mom, a space for women or for mothers to go and get support for one another. And it has been a very healing space. And I remember when I had our first child, he was this, to me, an extremely hungry child who would not stop eating, breastfeeding. And he just, one day, I remember sitting up for about 4 hours straight. Wow. And then I just flipped. I walked through him on the bed, literally. and walked out of the house. What happens during that period?
So I remember going through a similar situation after my first. Because during that time, I had suffered an episiotomy, so I couldn't sit. And then I struggled with breastfeeding because the first couple of days it hadn't come in and I wasn't sure what was happening. And I had my mom come over to the house. I always told my mom that she was part of my stress because, to her it was like, I'll put the baby to breast. This is the middle of the night. I'm not well rested. I'm not healed, and there's a lot of pressure coming from her. I felt like I was failing. I also felt like my husband at the time. I was like, your breasts are useless at this point because I wish you could support me in some way. So it annoyed me, and so going through that, I call that my dark moments. I was not pleasant, and I was also confused because I wasn't sure what I was going through. Until I would say about 2 weeks after that, my mom noticed the signs because she had gone through postpartum depression and she never shared it. So, because for her, she also went through a really traumatic experience and she didn't even want to be discharged from the hospital. It was very bad. So I think it jogged her memory and brought back that period in her life. And she quickly told me that no, she's seen me, slowly slip into depression, and we have to be careful. So she stopped. I would say that the pressure from her reduced. She started helping a bit more, and I think she pointing that out to me made me kind of like realize what I was going through. So it helped. Now I also started to become a bit more mindful, but I wouldn't say that it lessened the pain and all that I was going through during that period. That's really why I had that outlet, which was Talkative Mom.
Right.
Because it was a lot. So for me, I always say that my space or whoever it is that I'm talking to in that moment, this is a judgment-free, zone. You can share whatever it is. I love that you share that, which is so honest, because so many women go through it. And when you are in Ghana, where everyone believes that, childbirth is
a natural right, and it's a very simple, just there's nothing to it,
Exactly. And it's something that you're supposed to be really grateful for because there are women who are struggling with it, and we get that. But I believe that two things can be true at the same time. Yes. You can be grateful for it and still be upset about what you're going through. So for me, I always say that we do need to empathize and extend a little bit of grace, whether it's health workers, whether it's family, because sometimes the pressure is coming from right around us.
We are supporting people who have had their children. What kind of support do you have? What are those who didn't have their own children? How do we support them as well?
I love that now. I always call them mini villages. There are lots of groups, support groups for different journeys.
Right.
I know some support groups for women who are in waiting. I know those that have been diagnosed with infertility, and they also have a support group. Those who have had multiple losses and finally had their rainbow babies also have support groups. So there are a lot of support groups.
We do.
Yes, we do. So there's a lady called Whitney. Her page is Word of Miracles.
Yes.
Her page. Then there's also Dr. Carol Matthias O'Shea. She's a psychologist.
Right.
But she has a support group for women who are dealing with infertility.
Right.
She's also dealing with it herself. These are the two I can name off the top of my head, but there are also support groups like Preemie Perfect for those who have premature babies. So there's a lot. So usually for me, I like to link people to the.
So then yours is basically about moms, talkative moms.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
And I'm grateful that we've had a chance to, now find focus, hope, or so focus ideas that can support people in different journeys, as you said. So then let's come to our moms. What can we do to support women more? Especially, young mothers who are between the ages of maybe 0 to about 3 years. Those are the years that you really, really need God to intervene for you.
So that's a heavy question, but I would say that we should extend more empathy. We've read a lot, we've seen a lot, we know what mothers go through. Let's be less judgmental about different issues. And I'm talking about from weight. Sometimes you point out, oh, you gained weight. Meanwhile, that mother may have just lost a baby and you don't know. So from that to just extending help, you may have a friend that may really be in the trenches. If you can go over and assist with some housework a little bit, sometimes it helps alleviate some of these things. It's not always like actual presence and things like that. Sometimes just service, supporting them with service. I have a childcare business that I run.
Really?
Yes. So apart from the preschool.
You have a preschool?
I have a preschool, a daycare and preschool.
What ages do you work with them?
So the daycare, we enroll from 3 months because we all know that it's 3 months maternity leave in Ghana. So it's from 3 months all the way to 5-6 years. And then we also have our Saturday Kids Club. So So Saturdays, you know that something you have like a social event, or sometimes you just want to sleep because you work Monday to Friday. So a lot of them like to leave their kids in our care, and then we take care of them the full day. It includes lunch and all that, and then you come and pick them up when they are, ready for home. So we do Saturday. We also have overnight care. We have overnight. We have something we call night care, which is really for date nights. So you need date nights with your spouse, and your child is standing right there. You need somewhere safe to keep them. You bring them over to us, and then we take care of them during those hours.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. You are really helping the community. You've actually come out with tools to address some of those challenges.
Yeah.
So in all of this, when you look at everything that you have gone through, your reflections, what keeps you, going?
Number one, I'll say God, because really, all I'm doing is just walking in the path that was already built for me. A lot of the things that I do, sometimes I marvel because I'm saying, wow, I never thought that I would ever own a school. That was never part of my personal plans.
Right.
But I would say that it was just me just walking in my purpose. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing today. So really, number one is God. Number two is really listening to my community. Just knowing like what are some of the pain points, what are some of the issues some of them are facing and all that. When I had my third baby, I could now relate to some of the new moms, so some of the things that I was facing, I said, no, the Saturday Kids Club and all the things I designed, I'll say I designed it for myself.
I know. Yes. Teampreneurship was designed for me. Teampreneurship is a program that we run for teenagers.
Okay.
And at that time, there were no programs for children during the holidays. Mm-hmm. So I just decided that let me do a place where they will come and have fun for 5 days, feed them everything 5 days, and they'll go through different classes, some creative, some entrepreneurial, and that kind of stuff. Yeah. So that's how Teampreneurship started. It's been going for about almost 10 years plus. Yeah. Every year we have so many children from different schools, and they come and enjoy themselves and go. So yes, indeed, you're talking about you finding solution for yourself, and then somehow it meets the needs of the community.
Yeah, for myself. So my preschool, for example, is named after my last daughter, is Petite Elise Preschool, because she's Elise.
Okay.
And the Saturday, was all because of my kids. We had a cutoff point at 6 years, because when my kids turned 7 and 8, they started saying this place is for babies. So we knew, okay, this is the cutoff point. Let's design something else for the older ones. And please, when my kids are teenagers, I'm definitely bringing them to.
Oh, you have to.
I have to.
You have to. No, because last year, the last edition was last year. Mm-hmm. Somebody brought a 4-year-old girl, and I was like, please, it's supposed to be for teenagers. Can you believe that this child goes back to school and she's the one who is always standing up for programs? And now the mother says that even though she was 4 and she was running around there as if she was not doing anything, the effect on her in her after Teampreneurship, she said, please don't stop it. And I was like, well, maybe I may have to start a kidpreneurship, and then so the teens can have their own, and the kids can also have their own space. Yes, but because it showed me so much. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It's really very happy when you see them. And last year, I was privileged when I saw one of my teenagers who is now going to getting married.
Wow, that's amazing.
Getting married, I was like, when you came, you were like,
wow.
So I was like, so this is how teachers feel.
Yes. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, my boys would love it. I would want to bring them.
Are they? Oh no, you have a female, because you said
yes. I have 2 boys
and a girl.
Yes.
How was it like having 2 boys?
A lot. It was really overwhelming. Thank God I have a girl now, because balancing things out. My boys are exactly a year apart. So they are basically twins. Yeah, they are the same height, wear the same clothes, same amount of energy, always fighting, always making up. It's just ups and downs. Yeah, it's a lot, but It was an adventure. That's what I call it. That's the
Oh, it definitely is an adventure. I mean, my first boy would just go out in a white shirt and come back in a brown shirt.
I can relate, yes.
And you're like, how do you do it? But he did it and did it very well. But let me give you comfort here.
Okay.
Because by the time when at 11, when now they are all composed, you're like, where did you come from? So enjoy the confusing part.
Okay.
And then when they get to the all put together part, you're like, yeah, but I miss a little bit of that, but I also like this. I'll keep this one.
Okay.
So it's just faces.
Okay.
It's just
I love that.
So anyway, what are some of the joys of motherhood?
I think just seeing your children meet their milestones, like from infancy, when they hold their head up on their own, when they roll over, when they are crawling, when they are sitting, when they start to walk, like holding things and then walking on their own, and then they are talking. Then all of a sudden they are saying things. I always say,
exactly. You say, where did you come from?
Where did you come from? I look at my daughter, I'm like, the fact that I'm carrying you, I say, Mommy, carry me well. I'm like, the fact that you are asking me to carry me well means you shouldn't be carried. So, just, the meeting milestones, certain things that they do, I'm always in awe. So, I mean, these are the little joys of motherhood.
Let me take it to the other side, where now they finish university and they are now working, and they come and tell you stories about the workspace, and you're like, you are also on your own. So yes, motherhood has joys. And when does it end?
I don't think motherhood ever ends, because I think my mom is actually still mothering me. So I think it just continues. Yes, it just continues. I don't think it ever ends. Yes. I'm sorry.
Eno, your final words as we end today's program.
So happy Mother's Day to everyone out there, anyone that has ever mothered a child or anyone that has been under their care. God bless you. You're doing an awesome job, and your reward is not just in heaven, but it's also on earth.
Hey, I like that, reward on earth. My reward is on earth. Thank you. Thank you. And therefore, until we come your way again next time with another edition of the Springboard Hangout, know that you are loved. You are a blessing. You are the most important person in the whole wide world. We love you. Bye.
Hi, my name is Apostle Eric Osei of Love Encounter Faith Walk Ministries. Join me this and every Sunday on Joy Prime for life-transforming messages for your daily life.
Cross the finish line at 20.59. Was Lepe. He crossed the finish line.
And I think this is the fastest heat by far. If we're looking at 20.59. Generally, they've all been around the 21s, early 21s, thereabout. And also worthy of note, the record holder is not in the competition. Let's see later, Bo is absent from competition. 19.46 seconds, the African record. So we are nowhere close to it, but the wind speed is good. And the flash times recorded so far, 20.59. The fastest heat in the men's 200 meters thus far.
Fastest heat, he says. There we go back. There we are going to have an attempt from Valco again as he tries to clear the bar at 5.2.
Well, he's asking for support from the stands. And the crowd pull together. To see him get over 5.20 meters. And the run-up is quick. Can he get it? Gets it safely. Wonderful vaulting from Valco van Wyk. He does it finally with room to spare. What an effort.
And you can clearly feel it. You can feel it. It is palpable from the South African. 5.20. He got the crowd on his feet. And when they stood up, he decided to fly high above all of them, clearing the bar at 5.20. He opened his arms in celebration and somersaulted. A genius of a pole vaulter. Oh my word. A man from South Africa, a country that is known to be dominant with gold, is here to win gold.
Yes, and they do have the African record as well, South Africa. 6.03 Orchid Brits, all the way back in 1995.
And when he set that record, 5 years later, Valco van Wyk was born. Valco van Wyk, 25 years of age.
So he's within reach of his personal best. Still below it, he's been able to scale 5.61 meters in 2021 when he was just 20 years old. Well, he's 7 of the men's 200 is underway. We go past the bend and into the home straight.
A straight one between Charlie Matundo of Namibia and Malambo of Zambia. The first two to advance, and Charlie Matundo of Namibia together with Zambia's Chongo Malambo. There you say it's Matundo with the win from Namibia. There he is in your shots. Control therefore from Charlie Matundo, winning this heat, and followed by Chongo Malambo.
In 21.15, Matundo wins this, and Malambo came second in 21.65 seconds. Not the fastest of heats, but great efforts nonetheless.
Absolutely. You're live at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. The CAA Seniors Championship. Day 5.
It's a senior championship. My youngsters are here dominating and flying. We've had 18 and 19-year-olds. We've had 20, 21, 22, 23 and 25-year-olds. We equally have a 41-year-old. Earlier, as mentioned, Orchid Prince is a record holder. We had indicated that when he set that record 5 years later, Valco van Wyk was born. Okat Brace will be so excited. He will be happy that he has a countryman who is on a trajectory to either equalize him or setting a new African record.
And when Okat Brace did it in 1995 with Nabila, where were you?
I think Mundo Duplantis was born around that time too.
Mundo Duplantis, a young man who is a beast. He flies as though he is an aeroplane. He has flown above a height of 6.31 meters. He has set 14 world records, broke all those 14 world records. But here in the continent,
and a few hours ago, he just broke the meet record in the Diamond League with 6.12 meters. Below his personal best, below the world record, but you know he saves the big ones for the big occasions.
And that is when it matters most. When you need him, he flies. The wind currently is at a positive 0.50. No athlete would want to run under that condition. You may do well, but World Athletics will put an asterisk on your time. No one wants that.
Has to be win legal.
It has to be win legal, and win is only legal 1/8s 2.0. Anything above that is deemed illegal. They have lined up. They are ready. Africa, are you ready? The rest of the world, are you ready? Do it interest you to know that despite the time zone difference that we have for this championship, we have viewers and listeners from all over the world. China, USA, Argentina, Brazil, they are all following this championship. It's a men's 200 meters, heat 8. And away they go, away they fly. On the bend, they take it quick, and they're now on the home straight. It is Mauritius BB who leads. However, Kenya has come to surpass with Wangui Danish winning the heat.
It will be Kenya and Senegal 1 and 2.
Wangui Danish 21.22. Ishaye Abu 21.36. It was quick, it was swift, it was brilliant. He took the bend so well. He knew when he was on the home straight, he needed to race against the wind, and he gave his all. Senegal came through, surpassing Mauritius.
The last 50 meters of the Senegalese.
Meanwhile, the crowd is cheering and throwing its weight behind Valco. They have given him a task. He has been told to fly above it. He wants to fly above it. He's flying. Valco is a monster. An incredible pole vaulter. Excellent pole. Let's go. himself.
Absolutely.
5.4 meters down. He is getting closer to his own season's best that he did at the USA Track and Field Championships in Cape Town just last month.
And giving the fans here in Accra a show. He is a showman, loves the attention, and giving Ghanaians and of course Africa and the whole world a show in this event.
And there we have another medal ceremony.
Third, bronze medalist representing Algeria, ACCRA.
The women's race walk final. It was won by Ethiopia.
Second, silver medalist representing Kenya.
Deuxième,
Kenya came
médaille
second.
d'argent représentant le
While
Kenya,
Algeria had to settle for
Kemboy
third.
Sylvia.
She got crossed the line at 1
Première,
hour,
médaille
33
d'or,
minutes, 31
champion du 20
seconds.
km marche femme pour
Sylvia
le
crossed the line at 1
24e
hour,
championnat
33 minutes,
d'Afrique
44 seconds.
d'athlétisme, représentant l'Éthiopie.
First, gold medalist, African champion 2026 for 20 kilometers race walk women representing Ethiopia. From
Cabo, women.
She's happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you can for the national anthem of Ethiopia.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise up if you can for the national anthem of Ethiopia.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever s'il vous plaît pour l'hymne national de l'Éthiopie. Ladies and gentlemen, please be
See
seated.
the kind of deference and reverence accorded to all national teams when their anthems are sung. Reaching through the speakers, everyone takes a definite position. No movement when the national anthems are being sung here in the stadium. Ethiopia 1, Kenya 2, Algeria 3. And how many times would we hear the anthem of Ethiopia or Kenya during major meets like this one? They are on TV. They are smiling to the camera. They are overjoyed. Ultimate question, Ben. Will Valco set a new season best or even attempt the African record set by Oketbridge about 31 years ago?
I'm sure within his reach will be his season best.
He is within that range of 5.45. At the moment, he has done 5.40, I beg your pardon.
So he's within that range and clearly he can attempt that. The area record is quite a big ask if you ask me. 6.03 meters is quite a big ask.
Well, it may be a big ask, but I have personally witnessed moments where the stadium will ask a question, are you sure Mundo will clear this? And he will leave everyone gaping.
I'm not too sure if Mundo is human.
I've never believed it. I've had the privilege of interviewing him a couple of times, and whenever you speak to him, he continues to remain humble despite the huge success that he's had. I remember one moment when I asked him, Mundo, what makes you special? And guess the answer he gave me when I interviewed him and asked him that question. The only thing that makes him special is training. There was another aspect that I never knew about him until he said it. He added, I am a musician and I enjoy music. I never knew that.
Very interesting story of Mundo Duplantis, a beast in pole vault. Exciting scenes though at the University of Ghana Stadium. It's a Saturday in Ghana and the fans are here with family to enjoy some athletics and the greatest championship in Africa.
We go all the way up to 19 hours GMT.
The ball is at 5 meters 60 for Van Valco.
That will be 10 p.m. in Nairobi. That will be 9 p.m. in South Africa. 9 p.m. in Cairo. 9 p.m. in Botswana, the recent host of the World Relays, as well as Zambia. Most Southern African countries are 2 hours ahead of Ghana. And it is 5.62 next. 5.62. Will Valco do it?
Mesdames et messieurs, votre attention s'il vous plaît.
If he's able to do that, that will be his next or the new personal best. As his personal best now stands at 5.61.
And he did that 5 years ago when he was just 20 years.
And attempting 5.62 meters now. That would be a good achievement, obviously, for Valco Van Wyk.
You may try taking the Ghanaians out of a Ghanaian, but he will remain a Ghanaian. That reaction is synonymous with Ghanaians. Van Wyk says it is okay, I am coming. Ha, 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 he says. He is a showman. He wants to give Accra a show. He wants to give Africa a show. He wants to give the rest of the world a show. He looks into the sky for cheers. He asks us for the applause, and they are responding. It is done in unison. It sounds as though it were choreographed. This is not choreographed. This is one that is just happening. Instincts. And there he takes his rise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6.2 is a challenge. Will he fly above it? He has tried it, but he hasn't been successful.
He came so close to getting it done. He, however, has 2 more attempts at 5.62.
Either a hawk or an eagle can't fly that high. So pardon me if I say he's Africa's very own fantastic Mr. Hawk. You may prefer an eagle, but he has to go for some instruction. He may do it. He wants to do it.
Your attention, please. Stand power. Power, the director of the please come down to media, please.
These are the moments to savor. These are the moments to celebrate. These are the moments to enjoy. Even the seats in the stands have admired Van Wyk so far.
He is the man on a show here on day 5.
And there the long jump comes. The floodlights are watching. The flags all over the continent are watching. The seas in the stadium are watching. Welcome to Africa. This is the best moment in Africa. This is the ultimate stage for track and field in Africa. The Confederation of African Athletics, the continent's athletics governing body, they have served a perfect meal. Aside from the fact that the Confederation of African Athletics have served a perfect meal, there isn't a perfect drink here to enjoy aside from Piva. Piva beverages, they have contributed to the organization of this event, and they have got the best drink for anyone who would want to keep himself hydrated. And there the long jump comes. It's a men's triple jump, I beg your pardon. This record is held by Professor Andrew Owusu. Set that record in 1998. The African record holder is now a professor.
Meanwhile, we are back with Valko Van Wyk in the pole vote. He does have 2 more attempts at 5.62 meters. Taking his time, preparing himself for the attempt. which will be second attempt for Valko van Wyk at 5.62 meters. He getting set for second attempt at 5.62 meters. Talking to himself, he would call now on the fans in the stadium. Hold on, says hold on, let's do it together. The fans are responding to his call. Valko van Wyk.
Valko is back. Valko is back for another attempt at 5.62. Valko wants to clear the bar at 5.62. I am 25. When I did it at 20, I want to do better at the age of 25, and he hasn't been able to even fly.
Could not generate the speed required to take off. Second attempt didn't go as planned for Valko van Wyk. He knows it is a big ask. Trying to set a new personal best is a big ask. But he does have one more attempt if he does want to take it. Valko van Wyk. The fans bringing color and exciting scenes here at the University of Ghana Stadium, day 5 of the CAA Seniors Championships in athletics, obviously. Triple jump, where it's been ongoing for some time now. We do have 15 strongmen competing for the ultimate at stake in triple jump. In your shots now is Ethiopia's Hibaye of Ethiopia in your shots. Bekele Hibaye. So the women are out for the 400 meters hurdles heat 1. 400 meters heat hurdles heat 1 for the women.
Women's 400 meters hurdles, and there they go. They have been asked to fly. There they clear the first hurdles. On the outer lane is Testima of Ethiopia. She has the lead and she wants to take charge of the lead, but there they go to the third leg, and South Africa, Joseph Rugel is coming in. Zimbabwe has gotten themselves in the conversation, and there they go to the home straight. On the home straight, Zimbabwe leads this race. Ethiopia is second. It is a Zimbabwe-Ethiopia finish. 1 for Zimbabwe, 2 for Ethiopia, 56.93.
The top 3 advance. And it's Ashley Miller with a win for Zimbabwe.
What a way to recover from Ashley Miller. Ethiopia has taken the lead out of the outer lane. Then came the threat from Sita of Burundi. However, it's Miller Ashley who gets over the line first, with Ethiopia having to settle for second. Ashley Miller, though panting to be joy and confined, Valko is back. Valko wants to clear the bar. And there she goes. There he goes. Will he do it? Will he do it? He wants to do it. He hasn't done it. Enough is enough, he says.
You see what he just did? He has brought down the bar himself.
If I were him, I would have tried to equal the personal best set 5 years ago.
Well,
but he has his target, he has his ultimate aim, and he works that out with his technical team.
He obviously wanted to better the PB, so chose to go for 5.62 and not his PB of 5.61. Too much of a big ask for Van Wyk, but hey, he's won the pole vote in this championship anyway.
South Africa is a country known for gold, and they have won so many gold medals in this championship. There we have the women's 400 meters hurdles hit you. Meanwhile, the men's triple jump warm-up is currently on. Adam Mohammed in lane 1. She is from Somalia. Chipo Levy from South Africa. Kipto Dominic. Tom Dragrida of Uganda. Linda Amel, Dennis, Mutoni Gladys, Joseph Rogel, and Bonshaditu Tessem. Cameroon is in there, Cote d'Ivoire is in there, 2 West African nations. They will be up neck to neck. We have Southern Africa represented by South Africa, Ethiopia and Kenya in the mix. Who makes it through to the next round? The top 3 places will qualify automatically, with the next 2 fastest times advancing to the next round as well.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the hurdles have been placed before them. The hurdles are meant to distract them, but will they get distracted? javelin. From Egypt, is Asel Osama Abdo. Victoria Karika of Nigeria, the woman from the fatherland.
Van Shalkrik. Et enfin, représentant le Kenya,
To represent Kenya, I am Caroline Ado.
mesdames et messieurs, deuxième série de 400 mètres haies femmes.
They will soon be racing above the hurdles that have been placed before them to be an enemy of their success. They have seen the enemy. They will want to beat that enemy. Linda Indian one, Dennis, and off they go, off they fly. On the outer lane is Teselo of Ethiopia. South Africa's Rogel is close. And there comes Ivory Coast, Demaye Danish. They are on the back straight. South Africa leads. Ethiopia says, I am close. And I want to stay close. I want to get on the home straight as well. On to the third bend. Cote d'Ivoire is coming. South Africa is coming. Kenya is in the conversation. And Cote d'Ivoire leads. Cote d'Ivoire leads. And it is Cameroon who wants to win it. But South Africa claims first. Cameroon comes second. Joseph Rogel of South Africa crossed the finish line first.
In 55.92 seconds.
That's an impressive time for Rogel Joseph. I didn't mention Cameroon came second. However, they are third with 56 points.
And you look at that recap again, and the strategy, the tactics were spot on, absolutely spot on from the Ivorian. Timed it to perfection and came into competition right at the death. Had enough left in the tank, and just watch how she scales those hurdles. Had the peripheral view of South Africa in lane 5. But it's the first 3 to qualify automatically, and we'll have 2 fastest qualifiers after all the heats are done. And we catch up with the action from the women's javelin.
And that is the Ethiopian Animal with a wonderful throw as we begin the javelin throw for women.
I don't feel we are going to see something special there.
Meanwhile,
vice-président de la Fédération égyptienne d'athlétisme. 3e, médaillé de bronze, représentant l'Afrique du Sud.
Third, bronze medalist representing Republic of South Africa,
Sepan Makete.
Kitty.
Second, silver medalist representing Egypt.
Deuxième, médaillé d'argent représentant l'Égypte,
Ahmed Tarek Ismail.
first gold medalist, African champion 2026 for hammer throw men, representing Egypt.
Premier, médaille d'or, champion d'Afrique 2026 pour le lancer de marteau homme, représentant l'Égypte, Mostafa Mohamed.
22.58 meters. The biggest throw of the day in hammer throw this afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you can for the national anthem of Egypt.
Mesdames et messieurs, merci de vous lever si vous le pouvez pour l'hymne national de l'Égypte.
Congratulations to the winner, and special turn to Mr. Ahmed Hamzi, Egyptian
Mustafa
athlete.
and Tariq, two men from a country that is extremely, extremely unique. A country much noted for its legendary ancient civilization. From the monumental pyramids of Giza and the historic Nile River to the stunning Red Sea, Egypt bridges the gap between the ancient world and the dynamic present. There is the javelin throw. This throw, she would have wished she did it when the records were being taken. That was too good a throw for a warm-up. Nigeria up next to take the throw. That was a very, very decent throw from Victoria Parika.
Next on the track will be the big one of 1,500 meters men.
Will Victoria secure victory here? Up next, Kenya. Caroline. It is South Africa. South Africa takes the throw Another decent throw. Jana Van Schocke. She likes the weather. She likes the moment. She took the moment and delivered an absolute monstrous of a throw. Jana Van Schocke. Caroline comes. .72 from Jana Van Schocke. Caroline races towards the line and she delivers a throw, hoping to cross the line. She carried it nicely, got to the line, delivered a throw, expecting it to cross the center line, but it never did. .68. And there she comes. Shireen Shoban of Egypt. A similar throw to that of Caroline. That was a very, very huge throw from the Egyptian. .21. Ethiopia takes up the next responsibility. Now. She has a different technique and she wants to use that technique to deliver a much, much better throw. .72. Oh my word! Ariane Duarte, she got words absolutely out of my mouth. 5.60. No wonder she got the words out of my mouth. Lots of objectives for her, but here comes Egypt. Shireen Shaban has delivered a throw that has gone beyond the center line. She is celebrating. She knows it is a throw that has the potential of winning her gold. It's a massive, massive throw.
And all of a sudden we are
Asel Osama Abdul
throws above the 50-meter mark. And that is so impressive. I think
she is cheering, she is jubilating, she is excited. .94. It is actually a 60.97. She nearly went to 61. Parika has a responsibility. 1,500 meters on the track. Asel Abdul.
That should definitely be the highlight of the javelins. Over 60 meters. I didn't anticipate that at all. Remember the African record, 69.3 meters from South African Sunette Viljoen. I wonder if she's related to Mali Viljoen, who runs the 400 meter now. But I mean, this is pleasantly surprising.
I am not surprised. She has trained to be here. She wants to be here. She came here because she is part of the best. .46.56 from Victoria Parika. I'm sure that throw from Abdul has gotten absolutely every single one stunned. It has taken the steam out of all of them. They will be wondering, at what point do we get to that distance? She held the javelin so well. Kenya comes. Caroline takes her through. Caroline wants to meet the distance of Asel Abdul, but she hasn't. She hasn't been able to do it. .4.7. Shireen comes. It's a final lap for 1,500. South Africa has gone for gold. They have claimed gold. Shireen comes trying to meet the distance that was taken by Asel Abdul in the women's javelin final. She continues to celebrate. She knows what she's done is absolutely out of this world. She is celebrating because she is close to gold. She may just win gold. And Mao, the pride of Ethiopia.
The medals. Confederation of African Athletics Council member and president of Zimbabwe Athletics.
Troisième, médaillé de bronze, représentant le Zimbabwe.
Third, bronze medalist representing Zimbabwe,
Sous les femmes.
Meanwhile, we are celebrating those who have already won some medals.
Representing Zimbabwe.
Deuxième, médaillé d'argent, représentant le Zimbabwe,
Dennis.
Premier, médaille d'or, champion d'Afrique 2026 pour le 400 mètres homme, représentant le Botswana.
First, gold medalist, African champion 2026 for the 400 meters men, representing Botswana.
Et Pierre Lee.
And there we have it, 400 meters. Men medal ceremony. Botswana champion. Botswana's national anthem is about to breathe through
Veuillez
the
vous lever si vous
speakers.
le pouvez pour l'hymne national du Botswana.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise up if you can for the national anthem of Botswana.